Hi, my name's Archika and I'm a junior.
Hi, I'm Maya. I'm a junior as well.
Hi, I'm Evelyn and I'm also a junior. And the three of us are co-founders of EduSTEM, which we co-founded in 2016. Growing up in our tech classes, we always saw the same sort of people in our class. We never saw a lot of women or a lot of underrepresented racial minorities in our classes, and we really wanted to be in an environment where we felt represented and included.
Yeah, so EduSTEM reaches out to these underrepresented minorities, and we have these workshops so that we can introduce them to STEM curriculum outside the classroom as well.
Through our initiative, we hope to educate, encourage, and empower underrepresented minorities in STEM.
We currently have 8 chapters with EduSTEM, and in the future we hope we can continue to expand all across the world.
Yeah, we also want to increase the scope of our impact to beyond just serving Longview, but the greater Seattle area by partnering with more community organizations.
Through this initiative, we hope to foster future generations of individuals not only empowered with the knowledge of technology, but the ability to lead. A woman in STEM who inspires me is Professor Fei Li at Stanford University. Her story is really humbling and embodies perseverance and hard work. And while she didn't know a lot of English, she had a lot of work to do in terms of making money for her family, and she had to get a really rigorous education. She was able to balance all of this and ultimately become a really successful woman in STEM and break a lot of the barriers we see today in artificial intelligence. And she's really engaged in getting more girls and minorities into STEM, and she runs a lot of programs across the entire nation that seeks to do so. There's this program called the Stanford Artificial Intelligence Laboratory Outreach Program, which is for girls going into sophomore year, and they accept girls from around the world. So there are people from Turkey, Pakistan, India, Thailand. There's so many different kinds of people. And basically we go to Stanford University this summer, work in their AI lab, do some cool research projects, and get to meet amazing people like Fei and other women in STEM. And it's an all-girls program. I actually want to go into artificial intelligence and machine learning because it really is the future of computer science. It's a much easier way to implement algorithms, and it's a much more efficient way to solve some of the most pressing issues in the world, from criminal justice to racial biases and things like that. So I think that's a really powerful tool that I want to be involved in going forward.
So I think I was always interested in STEM, but when I joined robotics, I think that's when I really found my passion for it, for the process of engineering, because I really hadn't done that in classes before. It was math and science, and I really did enjoy that, but I hadn't had the chance to engineer and sort of create alongside that math and science. So robotics has definitely been something that's brought me towards maybe more of a career rather than just an interest for it. One of the mentors that inspired me is from our robotics team. Her name is Miss Ostrom. She used to talk a lot about how much she's been through, and she's been through a lot through being the only female engineering at Boeing at one time, and she's really been an inspiration for me and also for the kids at EduSTEM. She came and gave a speech at our Girls' Day event, and it's pretty great to hear her stories as well as how much she's overcome. And we may not have those same struggles today, but she's definitely taught me a lot about the things that you need to do to succeed in STEM, as well as how just if you have a passion for it, you can do pretty much whatever you want. I think the gender norm that I would love to change is that girls can't do anything without help, because a lot of the time I've seen, especially in our workshops or maybe in my own experiences, guys have tended to come over, immediately assume that I or the girls at our workshops needed help, and then sort of take over. And I think we're kind of working towards changing that, because we want to help girls, like encourage girls through our workshops. We try to empower them and make sure that they know what they're doing and that they know what they're doing. One thing that if I see a girl getting help from a guy or just like a little bit uncomfortable, what I usually do is I ask, did they ask for that help or do they need that help? And I want to make sure that it is indeed voluntary, because you can usually tell when a girl is sort of trying to get towards a keyboard or get towards the project that they're working on and the guy is sort of like moving her away from it. You can usually tell, and I also definitely always ask, do you need help with this? Before I actually go ahead and try to help them, because we want to make sure that they actually do need that before we actually go for it.
So I think the technology aspect of STEM really interests me because it can be applied to so many different fields and to do so many different things. So we can see that technology, for example, it can be used to increase voter registration, it can be used to increase equality, it can be used to help people access education. So because it's involved in so many different fields, I think it's really the way of the future and how we can empower people across the world and many different minority groups as well. So I'd say my favorite subject in school right now is marketing, and because of marketing we get to sort of take ownership of our own individual projects, and through that we're able to actually reach out to businesses in the community to work with real professionals. And I feel that it's really empowered me with a lot of real world skills that I can also apply to EduSTEM, for example, to learn to collaborate with different businesses, to reach out and sort of become more involved in the community as well. Being part of EduSTEM is such a joy because I'm able to actually work with kids who don't necessarily have the same privileges that I do necessarily, and I feel that I'm able to actually help benefit other kids' lives. And just seeing all of their joy and being able to work with them on a weekly basis brings me so much happiness because I'm able to see how happy and enthusiastic they are. And some of these kids have told me before, like, I don't even have a computer at home. And so we're able to give them that first experience that opens up a whole new possibility of a field where in the future they can pursue whatever they want and be empowered to go for any career that's possible.
You can do it! The future is female! Thank you!